Today we are checking out the album Heart, Mind and Soul by TVXQ. This was their first Japanese album and their third overall. I'm excited to hear it, especially since I've covered so much TVXQ on my channel, but I've never listened to an album the whole way through until now. The standard album is 13 tracks long. We are also going to be checking out the bonus tracks. There's 4 of them. 3 of them are a cappellas and 1 is a vocal piano version. But those bonus tracks will be Patreon exclusive, so see a link in the description to the extended reaction where I check out those. And we are listening to this album because it won a Patreon poll, so if you'd also like to vote on polls and suggest content, become a patron. Alright, let's see what we have here. This is the first song, Introlude. If this is kind of an overture of the songs on the album, this is a good sign because I like what I'm hearing.
Okay, here we go.
This is No Words Are Needed. The opener, a big deal. Very 2000s sound here. R&B. Glossy R&B pop. Love it. That's Jaejung, isn't it? I like the song a lot already. I love the beat and all the textures in the production. I don't know if the chorus is hitting me. Seems very laid back when the song has a nice tension that I like, which I'm getting more in the verses. These verses are so pretty. So far, I think I'm only hearing Jaejung and Yuchon. I love those tense chord progressions. Lots of pretty moments in this song. That's Jeonsu. This is a good bridge. Key change. No key change. Kind of funny. That clunkiness with the key also happened in Purple Line, where there was like a build towards the final chorus, and then it didn't change key, it just went back down to the standard key. Weird choice. Yeah, but this song is pretty solid. It's very pretty, especially in the production. And their vocals are really lovely too, of course. The line distribution in this one is unexpected. I'm not hearing Max at all. I did look for some line distribution videos for this reaction, but I couldn't find enough for a whole album. It'll be fun trying to guess who's singing anyway throughout. It says tomorrow will surely come. Whose voice is this? Very beautiful voice. I like this one too. It's gonna take a few listens for this one to grow on me, I think, but it has some interesting progressions. Some jazzy moments too, in the strings. You hear that dissonance? Like there's a note off here and there. It's intentional, but it does create an interesting atmosphere. Like something is unresolved. Lots of dissonance in this instrumental. Their lower ranges are underrated. Their lower registers. Yeah, no strong feelings about this track either. It's got some interesting moments, but I haven't heard them pop off yet vocally on either track. Overall, a very subdued sound so far for this album. That's the satisfying key change that I was looking for from the last track. The starting to get some epic vocal moments now. I'm happy about that. The melody isn't that strong. Am I alone in thinking that? So I haven't found either song to be that much of a standout, considering the rest of their discography. I'm wondering now which songs in this album I will find to be standouts. Because even though there are some pretty moments in the instrumental and their vocal, the overall style of songwriting so far has been very predictable. And that's what some people love. I like to be taken by surprise a little bit more often, but try to keep in mind that, you know, this is a early 2000s pop album, their first surge into Japan, I guess. So they wouldn't want to be too experimental with this, obviously. Alright. Going a little bit more upbeat. Beautiful focus on their lower registers again here. A pleasant enough song. I like that it's a bit more upbeat than the first two. And it is catchier than the first two. I like how there's a bit of a New Jack Swing influence in this track. But I worry also that it makes the song feel a little bit dated. Some of the production sounds a bit cheap. Like, I'd love to have real strings in the background there rather than synthesized strings. It's a bit of a cut corner there. Solid song, catchy, sweet, easy to listen to, but I'm not really thrilled by this album so far, to be honest. Like, compared to tracks like Neurotic, like, I'd love a song like that on this album, where I'm just like absolutely gagged by it, right?
I say
It's time for love, somebody to love 同じ恋はしない走り始める
Were there fans looking for a more easy listening sound at this time? Was that sort of the strategy they were going with their first Japanese album?
愛を探している
Something very approachable, very safe, and just kind of you sort of bop along to it, but it's not really gonna divide many people, I'd say.
本当の愛を抱きしめ
I would say the first song so far is my favorite. I think the first song had a lot going for it. This track, I'm not hearing much substance to it, apart from a reasonable upbeat feeling. And I don't think there was a need for a reprise there of the chorus at the end. The next track is My Destiny. This song is off to a strong start. Lots of focus on their lower registers in this album. There must be a reason for that. Why am I only hearing like Yuchun and Jaejun for the most part? I like this one. It's fun. I feel like the melodies have a bit more focus in this song. There's a bit more intention behind them. Yeah, this is nice. Very tasteful, sexy R&B track with a little bit of spice. Those percussive.
Another way, another line 永遠なんて信じていた青い時 But living without your life 君と
That little part in the chorus is really catchy. Living without your love. That's good. This might be the best song yet. This must have been a single, right? Interesting. Thought we were going somewhere really epic there, but pulled it back down. I would love to have had a key change here with more harmonies. They're really being stingy with the key changes. There's a big build-up and a pause to nothing. But this is still a really good song. Where is Max? That's Jeonsu, isn't it? That's Jeju. Ooh. Those low backing vocals. That's what I'm talking about. So groovy. This is the creativity that I'm looking for here. Definitely the best song so far. This is Hug, Japanese version. I know this song. I don't know if the original has this a cappella intro. They were really keeping it reserved with this album. Because I know how this song goes, obviously. It's only ever so slightly more upbeat. But we've pulled back from the sexiness again, and we're going for a more innocent love song. But even for an innocent love song that is very kind of bubblegum and meant to appeal as a single, this song is just really great. It's really catchy, very strong melodies. And their vocals are so charismatic on it. So yeah, I have nothing against just more innocent sounding tracks or safer sounding tracks even, as long as the melody is strong. Like, I wonder if you guys agree that the melody in this track and the previous track are just a little bit more, they get stuck in your head easier than, I would say, tracks 2 and 3. Did they update the production for this Japanese version? I love the build-up of the harmonies and chorus there like that. They did update the production for this. The mastering is better than the Korean version. Cute little classic right there. Next is Break Up the Shell. Yes. I'm down for this, but it's a bit random. So curious about the chorus. So I'm into this more intense, darker energy. We're in party mode. It's a fun song, but a bit random and confusing, you know. And I think the production could be improved. The mixing is all over the place. But at the same time, I appreciate experimentation with some more weird rhythms. I'm not a huge fan of how often in TVXQ's music or some of their solo music, they have the distorted guitars down so low you can't really hear them. This breakdown is pretty cool though. Dance break. I like this song for the general style of it, but there's something about the execution that could have been refined. Yeah, it's got an interesting sort of Ibiza dance music influence in it. Interesting. Yeah, that song was like definitely more towards my taste, but the production was a bit all over the place. And no standout vocal moments in that one either. Next one is Stay With Me Tonight. I like this intro here. The guitar. Again, this song has a very predictable melody. The end of the chorus sounded kind of interesting there. So, with this song, I kind of like the tempo we're at. It's got a good energy. And I kind of just like that. That's neat. I thought I would be doing a way better job at identifying the voices. Why do I just feel like I'm only hearing Jaejung, Yuchun, and Junsu? To be fair, I always found Yeonho's voice to be the hardest to identify unless he's rapping. But I'm not hearing Max at all. I know that's so bad. Maybe because I identify him with very high ad-libs, and I'm not hearing a lot of crazy ad-libs on this album. Just very safe, predictable pops. Pops. Bops, what I meant to say.
It's your time. Hey, come on. Where you are. Hey, yo.
Definitely a product of its time, this album.
Stay with me tonight.
A little bit of a New Jack Swing influence in this one too. And actually, I'm normally a huge fan of New Jack Swing, R&B, these romantic sounds. But there's something about this album that is just a little too predictable and lacking in more refined production, honestly, so far. And not a whole lot of vocal flexes either. As soon as I say it. Maybe one of the stronger songs, but I would say My Destiny and Hug are on another level to the rest of the songs so far. Let's see, this is Can't Love, Wanna Love.
Losing my control. But I'm afraid of losing my best friend.
City Pop. This electric guitar melody has me interested. A very moody song so far. I like it. It's got that Spanish guitar, very romantic, very deep. There's actually a lot of cool ideas in the production. That little, I don't know if you heard that. Like the sound of a break. I'm starting to think that these songs, they really do seem like they were written with the Japanese audience in mind. Because it just struck me that, as a metal fan, I've tried to listen to a lot of Japanese metal. But one of my issues with a lot of Japanese metal that I've heard anyway is that the vocal melodies are always very predictable. Is that a thing regarding Japanese music, or is that a coincidence that I'm putting together here? Like, I like the sound of their voices and the overall effect of this song I am enjoying, but I don't find the melody that memorable. Even though I listen to a lot of music in other languages, if there's a good melody, I'll go back to it. But this song is not giving me that. It's giving me interesting ideas in the production here and there. But even though I do find the production interesting, there's something about it that also feels a bit rushed. Maybe a little bit too many ideas in the production. I know I contradicted myself there. I do my best to explain what I'm experiencing. Like, we have the electric guitar, New Jack Swing beat, the Spanish guitar, little sound effects. Now there's a violin, you know. So this song did allow more room for experimentation sound-wise, but it's taking away from their vocal. Like, this melody is kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. You know exactly where it's going. Look at the guitar solo, yeah. This outro is actually pretty cool with their harmonies and contrasting with the guitar solo. That's pretty cool. Conflicting feelings about that one too, I'm afraid. Next is 1. 4 songs left. Interesting delivery from Junsu there. Interesting transition. This is the more traditional power ballad. I'm down for it. Right, so there's a key change into the chorus, and then a key change back into the verse, which I think is a cool idea. Keeps the feeling of freshness as you're listening. Yeah, I'm always down for a power ballad, and I like this song. But it is giving me everything you'd expect from the power ballad. Again, predictable. I hate to keep saying that word, but it's what keeps coming to mind. With this song, what I would like to have done is not made the first chorus so huge, so this eventual chorus sounded a bit bigger. But this energy is very similar to where we were very early in the song. Solid. Definitely solid. Could be going somewhere interesting here. Rising Sun. Very random style. But again, I'm intrigued. It sounds like something out of the Matrix soundtrack. Rapping. This song sounds familiar. I must have heard it in one of the medley reactions I did. With these more intense songs that they do, it's like the songwriting is almost there, but it falls short. Yeah, I remember that part. This part is good. Love that part with the lower vocals. There's cool ideas scattered throughout. but it's a bit messy otherwise. Wow, listen to this. A rare standout vocal moment in this album. I wonder if this one was a single too. This sounds like a dance break. This is a song that had a lot of potential, but it's a very scattered mix of ideas. Like, I love this part. And that extended belting ad-lib with the reverb prior. There's that scream, right? That's Yoonho? That is actually pretty cool. Mixed bag, unfortunately. At this point, I guess this collection of songs wouldn't be my favorite material I've heard from them. This is Eternal. Taking it down for another ballad. So far, so good. I actually find this ballad to be significantly prettier than some of the other slower stuff we've had on the album. Love that guitar. I love the pared back approach to this song, just focused on their vocal. I don't vibe with the chorus that much again, but this might be one of the stronger ballads. And throughout all these tracks, their individual vocals are offering really great moments, and they're fun to pay attention to. But I can't really offer any more insight on their voices than that, because the actual writing of the songs doesn't seem to bring out the best in each member's voice. That's my initial observation of these songs as a whole.
違うよ
That was a really neat transition there.
どこまでも羽ばたけるよ君の夢を乗せて過去の
Lovely moments in this song, actually.
拭い去ってあげるいつまでも守りたいよ
You hear how the chorus is missing more of an oomph, more of an eventful leap into it. It's kind of like we're just continuing the same flow from the pre-chorus or the build-up. That's why a large chunk of this album isn't grabbing me. I think the songwriters, be it members of the group or whoever they were working with, their sensibilities are very different from mine. So it's hard for me to give serious critique when I think there's a bit of a taste disconnect here. This is the last song on the album Heart, Mind and Soul before we go to Patreon for the bonus tracks. Possibly the most delicate song of the album. Nice.
My heart, mind and soul. Oh, why そんなに澄んだ瞳で
This is a melody that I find memorable.
を見るの何も言えなくなるよ
Really gives us space to appreciate their voice at last. No need for wacky production or extra harmonies just yet. Lovely arrangement in this one too, in the instrumental. Very pretty chorus. Now we're bringing in some of those harmonies, developing it. This is Max, isn't it? So he must have been there the whole time.
このまま消えないドーナツミーは Why 心はまた空回り
This is Jeonsu.
感じて
I think Jeonsu and Max, they have kind of similar tones. Very pretty melody. Jaejung is really angelic. Super pretty song, lots of space for them to showcase their vocals. This is kind of the standard that I wish the rest of the album was, but it ended strong. Okay, so to summarize my thoughts on this album, it actually reminded me a little bit of how I felt during my reaction to Jeonsu's Killing Voice, where of course it's always a pleasure to listen to the vocals, and the combination of all their voices is so magical. But musically, there's a big focus on slow, sentimental, cozy, sweet ballads that are very easy to digest. They're very gentle on the ears and hold a fairly broad appeal. But since so many of the songs focus on that exact same style, it does get a little boring for me, a little tedious, and therefore the album to me is fairly uninteresting. And even if the ballads themselves had stronger melodies, I might be more on board, but they were all so predictable and bland. Fine to put on and enjoy your favorite TVXQ vocalist, but not giving me a whole lot of new things to say track to track in terms of analysis. And the songs that did deviate from that style, some of the more hectic ones, more electronic dance focused ones, I appreciated that attempt at offering variety, but those songs came across as weirdly messy, and they also didn't really fit with the overall style of the album. So the album, oddly enough, despite the abundance of ballads, it's lacking cohesion. The tracklist seems kind of random at times, and I have trouble looking at it as like one solid piece of art. And maybe I'm expecting too much from a K-pop group who is simply trying to attain more commercial success by appealing to the Japanese market. A safe commercial approach makes sense, that's all good. But if you're asking me if this is the kind of stuff that I'm into, not really. I know that a lot of you hardcore TVXQ fans are simply happy enough to listen to them sing. And so am I, to an extent, but I really need a good song at the heart of it. And I only got that with a few songs on first listen, those songs being My Destiny, Hug, of course, which I've said before that I love, No Words Are Needed, track 2, and Heart, Mind and Soul, the closing track. And from all of the reactions I've done of TVXQ, it has dawned on me now that they probably wouldn't be one of my favorite groups musically. I know I'm taking a terrible risk by saying that, but it's just that they focus so much on that sweet, safe ballad all the time. And I actually have a similar criticism for B2B, for example. These groups that focus on ballads, those ballads have to be really strong for me to be interested. But the songwriting approach for a lot of groups in the West too, it's like the songs are treated almost as a canvas for the singers to kind of sing anything on, and there's not a whole lot of care put into refining the production and really making that material timeless. It's more a vehicle for the voices. So again, as far as TVXQ's catalog goes, now that I think about it, their solo work appeals to me more than their OT5 stuff. I would say later TVXQ appeals to me a bit more. Songs like Catch Me, and keep your head down. Like, the experience of listening to Jae-jung's album Flower Garden I found to be way more interesting, and I've actually given Jae-jung some flack for not experimenting enough in his solo stuff, but in comparison to this album, Flower Garden was actually quite experimental. Every track really did offer something a little different, and it didn't really drag the way that I felt this album did. So yeah, harsh words, I know, but we are going to check out the bonus tracks now, and you know, sometimes melodies just need a couple listens to stick with you. So these will be, in a way, my second listen to some of these songs. We're going to do the a cappella versions of Stay With Me Tonight, Somebody to Love, and My Destiny, my favorite track, as well as the vocal piano version of Tomorrow Will Surely Come. If you'd like to join me on Patreon for those final listens, link is in the description to the extended reaction. If you don't choose to follow me over to Patreon, thanks for watching anyway. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this album and my analysis. If you don't know me, my name is Oha Cade. I'm the composer for the symphonic metal project Valkada. You can check out our music in the description. There's also a link to my full reaction database spreadsheet if you'd like to see all of the music I've covered on the channel at a glance. Other than that, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.